When a woman truly feels the urge to give you her body, her time, and the deeper side of her feminine energy, she rarely announces it openly. She will not simply say, "I am ready." Instead, her behavior begins to reveal it. Her actions start speaking louder than anything she could put into words. If you are attentive, you will notice the signals. They are not loud or obvious. They are soft, emotional, and often guided by instinct and psychology. Many men overlook them because they expect something clear and direct, but attraction almost never works that way. It hides in quiet moments, in eye contact, and in the small things she does even when there is no physical touch. Welcome to Inside Her Heart. If you are new here, consider subscribing, because every video explores the deeper layers of attraction, emotional connection, and the psychology behind the things women rarely say directly. And if you have been here before, you already understand how real and honest these conversations become. Every woman is different. Her personality, past experiences, and confidence level all shape how she expresses attraction. But when a woman begins to feel the desire to give herself to a man, certain patterns tend to appear again and again. These signals are not learned behaviors. They come from a place deeper than conscious thought. Biologically and emotionally, her body begins responding to you before her mind has time to filter or control it. The first clue often shows up in the way she positions herself around you. A woman who feels nothing will naturally keep her distance. She protects her personal space and emotional energy. But when she is drawn to you, she finds herself moving closer without even realizing it. It is subtle, almost like gravity pulling her in. She chooses a seat closer than necessary. She looks for reasons to remain nearby. Even in a group setting, her body slowly turns toward yours. Her mind may try to appear relaxed and unaffected, but her body quietly reveals her interest. You may also notice how comfortable she becomes in your presence. Her voice softens. She laughs more easily. Smiles come quicker. The guarded tension that many women carry when they feel uncertain begins to disappear. When she wants you, the protective walls she normally keeps up start falling away naturally. Her eyes tell another powerful story. Many men believe desire appears as a confident, seductive bull.
The stare. In reality, psychology shows something much more delicate. One of the strongest signs is when she looks at you and then quickly looks away. Surprised, that brief, shy break in eye contact often means you triggered a feeling she was not ready to reveal. Her nervous system reacted before her mind could hide it. Attraction is rarely loud, whispers. It is nervous, quiet, and involuntary.
You might notice her glancing at your lips while you speak. She may bite her own lip or touch her neck, her hair, or the area around her collarbone. These gestures are often unconscious responses when her body begins waking up to desire. Another important moment happens when she starts opening up emotionally, not with random stories, but with personal things she does not usually share. She might talk about past heartbreak, fears, or insecurities. This matters because a woman rarely allows physical closeness with someone she does not trust emotionally. For her, intimacy is never purely physical. It is deeply psychological. She needs to feel safe, understood, and protected. When she begins revealing her inner world, she is slowly preparing to let you closer in every sense. Then something else starts happening. She begins imagining you inside her life. She might ask questions like, "Would you ever?" or "What would you do if?" These are not casual questions.
Questions. She is quietly studying your thinking, your values, and your character. She wants to know if trusting you with her feelings would be a wise decision. Thoughtful. Women are careful about who they allow into their personal world, and when she starts picturing you in that world, it means she is seriously considering you. These signs are rarely dramatic. They are quiet but meaningful. Unfortunately, many men miss them because they wait for something obvious. By the time attraction becomes obvious, she may have already lost interest.
When a woman truly desires a man, her emotions begin to shift around him. With everyone else, she may appear calm, polite, and balanced, but around you, there is a different energy. Her tone changes. Her reactions become stronger. Sometimes she becomes playful, sometimes shy, sometimes softer than usual. This emotional shift happens because your presence affects her. Nervousness is another powerful signal. A woman only becomes slightly unsettled around a man who matters to her. If she feels completely neutral and unaffected, there is probably no deeper attraction. But when she tries to stay composed while emotions move inside her, that tension often reveals desire hiding beneath the surface. Physical contact can also increase in subtle ways. Small touches that seem accidental may happen more often. She might brush your hand, adjust your collar, or lightly touch your arm while talking. Women rarely initiate touch with men they do.
Not feel drawn to. These small moments allow her to test closeness, to see how you respond, and to feel your presence more directly. Over time, her behavior may show a deeper level of trust. She becomes less defensive with you. She forgives small mistakes more easily. Your opinions begin to matter more to her than before. Thoughtful. When a woman respects and admires a man, she naturally becomes more open to his influence in conversations and decisions.
Sometimes attraction creates a confusing push and pull. She may seem distant one day and then unusually warm the next. This inconsistency is not always confusion. Often it is the result of strong feelings she is still trying to manage. Part of her wants to protect her emotions, while another part keeps drawing her back toward you. And perhaps the most overlooked sign of all is this. When a woman truly desires a man, she begins observing him closely. She pays attention to details others ignore: the way you react, the way you speak, the small things that reveal who you really are. Without saying it directly, she is studying whether you are someone she can fully trust with her heart and her vulnerability. She is not trying to understand your body first. She is trying to understand your mind. A woman who is truly drawn to you begins watching the small details of who you are. She notices what frustrates you, what softens you, what moments reveal your strength, and what moments reveal your vulnerability. She studies the parts of you that make you human. This is not simple curiosity. It is preparation for intimacy. A woman cannot fully surrender to a man she does not understand, so she quietly learns your emotional patterns and your temperament. You may have noticed something like this before, a moment where you catch her looking at you when she believes you are not paying attention. That look is not just admiration. She is absorbing you, remembering you. Women often observe the men they desire in a quiet and focused way. She wants to know if the depth she feels inside herself is reflected in you. And when she realizes that it is, the barriers she once had begin to lower, little by little. The signs exist, but they are easy to miss if you do not know what to look for. There comes a point when her body begins revealing what her words still hesitate to express. One of the clearest signals is anticipation. A woman who feels this level of attraction does not simply enjoy your company in the moment. She starts looking forward to it. She checks her phone more often than usual. She replies quickly, even when she pretends she is busy. She remembers small things you said days ago because your words stay in her thoughts longer than she expects. When her interest deepens, you may notice something subtle but meaningful. She begins adjusting herself whenever you are around. She fixes her hair, reapplies lip gloss, straightens her posture, or becomes more aware of the way she presents herself. Many people say women only do these things for themselves, but psychology suggests something deeper. When a woman truly desires a man, her appearance becomes more
intentional around him. The way she looks, moves, and even carries herself begins reflecting that desire. She wants to be seen and desired by the person she desires.
Another quiet signal is jealousy, though it rarely appears in dramatic ways. It might show itself through a brief pause in conversation when another woman's name comes up, a slight change in her tone, or a small silence she cannot fully hide. A woman rarely feels jealousy toward a man she considers temporary. That reaction usually appears when she has already started imagining him as someone important in her life. Her reaction to touch can also reveal a lot. Not obvious touch, but the small moments that happen naturally. Your hand brushing hers while passing something, or your hand resting briefly on her back as you move through a crowd. If she allows the contact to continue instead of pulling away, that moment carries meaning. And if she leans a little closer or relaxes into it, it shows she feels comfortable enough to stay in that closeness. When desire grows stronger, logic begins to step aside and emotion takes.
The lead, size. When a woman feels safe enough to give herself emotionally, something shifts inside her. She stops analyzing every interaction. She stops overthinking every word. Instead, she begins relaxing into your presence. Her guard lowers and her energy becomes softer and more open.
Interestingly, right before this level of trust becomes complete, she may test you. Not in a manipulative way, but in a revealing one. She might become distant for a short time, ask a deeper question, or challenge your attitude slightly. She is not trying to create conflict. She simply wants to see how you respond when things are not perfect. She wants to know if you remain calm, patient, and steady. Because for a woman, intimacy means exposing the most vulnerable parts of herself, and she wants to feel safe doing that. As her feelings grow, even her voice begins to change. She may speak more softly, more slowly, almost as if every word carries extra meaning. Some people mistake this for playful flirting, but it often reflects something deeper. It is vulnerability quietly showing itself. A woman usually only becomes this gentle with a man she truly feels safe with. Another sign appears in the quiet.
Moments between you. Not the awkward silence of discomfort, but the peaceful silence of ease. She can sit beside you without feeling the need to constantly talk or entertain. She simply enjoys being near you. That kind of silence is a sign that her defenses are gone. She no longer feels the need to prove anything or protect herself.
You may also notice her asking more personal questions, not inappropriate ones, but emotional ones. She may ask how you see love, what you look for in a partner, what experiences shaped you, or what fears you carry. She is not asking these questions casually. She is trying to understand your emotional depth because she is preparing to reveal hers. As trust builds, her body language becomes more open. She stands closer than necessary. Her leg might lightly touch yours under the table. Her hand may rest on your arm a little longer than usual. These are not random gestures. Women are very selective about their personal space. The areas where she allows closeness are often the areas where she feels trust. One of the strongest signs is how she prioritizes you. She may rearrange plans just to spend time talking with you. She may stay awake longer than she intended just to continue a conversation. She may wait for your messages even while pretending she is not.
Paying attention. When a woman truly desires someone, her priorities begin shifting naturally. At this stage, there is no need to chase or pressure anything. If you pay attention, you will notice that she is already moving closer on her own. Eventually, there is a quiet moment where she stops resisting what she feels. Her warmth becomes more visible, her affection less hidden, and her presence more inviting.
Her body language starts speaking for her without her realizing it. Her breathing becomes slower and deeper when you are near. Her pupils widen as she looks at you. Her lips part slightly while listening to you speak. These reactions are instinctive. Often her body recognizes the connection before her mind fully accepts it. You may also notice a nurturing side appear. She pays attention to your mood, your comfort, and how you feel. Her focus is not just on attraction anymore. It becomes about connection. She wants you to enjoy her presence in every way, emotionally and mentally as well. When trust reaches this level, she may allow you to guide moments more naturally, not out of weakness, but because she feels secure with you. For many women, offering physical closeness is not simply about desire, it represents trust at its deepest level. And the clearest confirmation is this: she enjoys
being alone with you. If she chooses private moments together, sits close without hesitation, or stays even when she could easily leave, that choice carries meaning. The signals were never loud or dramatic. They were quiet, instinctive, and emotional. Sighs. When a woman truly desires you, she does not always say it. Her behavior, her energy, and the way she responds to you reveal everything.
Thank you for watching. If this conversation helped you understand attraction and emotional connection in a deeper way, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, real desire is often quiet. You just have to know how to notice it. See you in the next video.